Hello and welcome to another update video on Bitcoin. So we see a lot of volatility in the market. Yesterday, the market moved up nicely. Today, we see a bit of a pullback. The market is still very nervous. Very nervous. We see potentially corrective movements to the upside. I already mentioned yesterday in one of our member updates that it's looking more like a corrective rally, not impulsive, which means more like Orange Wave B. The main question is, has Orange Wave B already topped? I mean, to be honest, it does look as if we might want or need a larger B wave at least, right? So we'll take a look at that on the smaller time frame. I think that would be reasonable because we also have not yet reached the VRVP indicator. Oh, not the VRVP indicator. We haven't reached the spike here on the VRVP around $118,000, which is also where previous swing highs formed here and where there was a lot of trading activity in July. And so I think it's at least likely to get maybe another move up before we sell off. That is the perspective of the orange scenario. I mean, of course, the market might go higher directly, but the bottom line is I don't have impulsive price action to the upside. So it's very, there is no real trend yet, right? There is no real trend yet that has developed from the Friday low. Now, the market is still nervous. That's what the charts are telling us. Still fragile, which is why I was hesitant to give you very firm wave counts. That's why I said over the last few days we have to let it build first. Like let's get it, you know, let's we can put some structures in the chart, but see them as tentative. They're still very fragile. I think on the Bitcoin chart it's less of a problem because the Friday sell-off was still kind of within the limits of what you would normally see. Even in liquidation events, it does happen like that, right? Like it did before here, for example, in February. But it still is obviously a bit of a special situation, especially because of the altcoins. So while Bitcoin is still holding the Friday low, the move up is not impulsive. That is a clear warning message. But I'm still going to give you support levels to watch on the smaller time frame, and my macro view hasn't changed, which is that we can still get another high. We're still holding above all relevant moving averages that we're using. We're using 2 moving averages. I did say in the video on, I don't know if it was yesterday or, yeah, I think it was yesterday, that whenever we had in the past a strong break below the 21 weekly EMA, for example, I mean the last few times, right? Because of a liquidation event, like it was here in February, and we also had one in July, and then we recovered. Actually, there was then another crash down afterwards, the few weeks, maybe afterwards, to then send the market to the 55, like as if those gaps need to be filled. Not gaps, those wicks. So I'm just saying, there's no guarantee that we go up in October. I mean, it's what seasonalities tell us. But for now, the reaction to the last lows is pretty weak. Okay. Now, the 21-week EMA is holding. As I said, it's around $111,800. And you can see how well it works as support. It's crazy. I mean, it works really well. So this indicator that we've put on the chart here is it holds the price. But the problem is the reaction to that indicator isn't really very impulsive at the moment, right? So we have to pay close attention to this level, and any weekly close below or any sharp decline could send us to the 55-week EMA. And bear in mind, I mean, people already told me, you said when the 55-week EMA breaks, it's the bull market is over. No, I didn't say that. I said that would be the second warning that we get. Right? The first warning is the 21-week EMA. I don't see that as a major issue. The 55-week would be a strong warning, but it doesn't break an Elliott Wave structure. Okay, it doesn't break an Elliott Wave structure. It's just something that relates to sentiment as well, and it's kind of a trend filter because we've basically spent this bull market above the 55-week EMA. So I will still, of course, look for bullish structures, but yeah, it wouldn't be great. I mean, it would indicate that something is happening that is outside of, let's say, the trend that happened in this bull market. So we'll see. We'll talk about that when it happens. But for now, we're hovering above the 21-week EMA. It gives us good support, but so far we haven't really seen that impulsive rally from there. And you can see it here. I mean, I said to you yesterday, if we start to break micro support levels, we're likely going to fall back into lower support. I don't like so much the idea of the white count in which we are in a diagonal pattern. I think maybe the wave 2 is resetting, or the B wave is resetting. That's wave B of B that I just showed you. Kind of the potential that keeps the potential alive for a broader B wave, right? For another rally higher, potentially first of all to our green signal line at 117,300, which I told you we need to get above, right? To kind of have a first indication, like, you know, that we actually bottom, because at the moment we're still holding below that level. So we're basically just ranging. Basically ranging, and Bitcoin is doing something similar like the Nasdaq is doing. So kind of correlating there. So yeah, I mean, the support area we talked about over the last couple of days is still relevant. I haven't moved it. It's between 111,280 and 107,570. I mean, if we go lower, then at some point we'll reset the wave 2. I already put the B wave here just to show, you know, this is the zone to watch. But once we start to get a break below 107,570, that's our first signal that we might go for new lows. Because remember, on some exchanges, we didn't even get a break below the September low. Yeah. So on some exchanges, the price even held above that 107,400 level. So if we start to break below Fibonacci support, we'll form lower lows already. So that means sentiment isn't great. But we'll still give the chart a chance here to recover. I'm going to watch this support area. But as I said, please treat all of these structures as tentative until we get a solid impulse or so and see a bit more structure. This is very, very fragile still. And I'm not impressed by, I have to say, across the sector, I'm not impressed by price action. This is just an area to watch. Yeah, this is just giving you support, but there is no clear 1-2 setup, right? This is not a clear 5-wave move up, this. So we'll see. Any impulsive reaction here could be the start of that C wave up here, whether it's the white count or the orange count. Okay, that's the update on Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you're interested in additional updates, make sure to follow us on X. I'm currently posting on our MCO Global channel here on X. I'll link it in the comment section. Follow us here because there are some visibility issues on our Morecryptoonline channel that we're working on with X to get resolved. But yeah, feel free to follow us here as well. Normally we post more macro stuff, stocks and everything here. Some of you might not even know it exists. It's the MCO Global channel. Again, I'll link the channel in the comment section. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.